Another great play by the middle linebacker. That kid is all over the place, John.
And we get a timeout called. I believe that was that Sweet Home calling the timeout? They had 2, now they're down to 1. Must have been Sweet Home. So they'll talk things over here. Minute 29 left until half here. Mentioned this a big game between A North Division rivals. Sweet Home looking to stay in the top half of the division. North Tonawanda looking to keep their playoff chances alive. They're at 1-3 overall, 1-2 in the division, and they don't want to dig themselves too deep a hole that they can't come out of in the final few weeks of the regular season.
Yeah, you're definitely at a point in the season where every game is crucial. You know, I mean, it is all season, but especially the second half of the season, because that's going to, give yourself a chance to get in the playoffs. And, all you want is a chance to get in, right? You never know once you get in. So,
final 90 seconds of the half. North Tonawanda 2nd and 10, their own 20. Riesemann takes the snap, quickly looks to throw. He gets it away, and that'll be a gain of 10. So move the sticks. Nice catch and run there for Piranelli.
So a nice game there by North Tonawanda, and now that kind of changes things. Now you've got a little breathing room. Maybe with a minute 20 left, you take a couple chances here if you want to, because if you do throw a deep pass, you're not going to give Sweet Home, any kind of good field position. So, it does give you some options.
Rieselman drops back again. Time to throw. Looks for Johnson, and that one is intercepted. What a play by Jordan Theodore. Leaps up to pick that one off. And the game of turnovers continues. The Panthers defense steals it back.
We're just going back and forth. But Jordan Theodore, I believe he's the one that went through his hands on the last interception, on the last drive. So able to get one back there for his team. I'm sure he's happy about getting that one back because he did drop one earlier. Now let's see how aggressive Sweet Home is, John. I mean, we just keep saying it. But a minute left, and you still have one timeout. Let's see.
Yeah, Theodore with that pick. Gets the ball back for Sweet Home, and they're in decent spot. They're at their own 47. Dunston handing it off to Crawford. We've seen him make some plays already today. Tried to break off a run there, but gets tackled after a decent gain. Clock now inside a minute. Sweet Home just one timeout left. It looks like they'll save it. Try to run another play here. Dunston, empty backfield. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Looks to the left side. Able to connect there with Butler. Dropped the ball for a minute, but he regained it and now gets pushed out of bounds. That's nice for Sweet Home. Stops the clock.
Yeah, I was going to say kind of not too smart of a move, cutting it back to the inside of the field. But North Carolina pushed him right out of bounds for him, gave him some help there. He had a chance just to step right out of bounds after the catch.
So the Panthers still have one timeout left. 35 and 4/10 of seconds remain in the half. It's 3rd and 1. And like we said, Sweet Home set to receive the kick at the start of the 3rd quarter. So Panthers in a good spot right now. They're obviously looking to get some more points on the board, but also in a position to be comfortable to just run out the clock as well. But here we see Dyer Fleming on 3rd and short, run ahead. Yeah. That'll stop the clock for a moment while they move the sticks.
You get a first down, so I would go up, maybe just snap the ball and throw it against the ground to save that. Well, it looks like they're going to run a play.
Dunston seems ready to go. Has to get rid of it. Fleming will just get out of bounds.
I think Sweet Home may have gotten away with a little false start.
Yeah, I think so too. I think both Theodore and Butler on the near side moved early. But no damage done. No gain there for Fleming on that swing out. And that'll be 2nd and actually they'll mark it as about a yard of a loss.
So you still have the one timeout, and obviously the clock stops when you get a first down to place the ball. So that gives you a chance to run up and ground the ball if you need to. So let's see how well the clock management is for Sweet Home. This is something you work on in practice every single week. You always do a 2-minute drill. Let's see how they can execute.
Dunston rolls to the right side after taking the snap. Gets rid of it, but that one incomplete. Coloco was
Another
the guy he
flag.
was looking for.
Now we got it. We don't want to hold there.
So that has slowed down this first half after a quick first quarter. Flags, turnovers, touchdowns have dragged out the second frame.
So what do you do with 17 seconds, John?
I mean, you
What are you
just got to,
thinking?
I think, you just try and get some positive yards here. You don't want to be too anxious, though, and try to push anything because the
Right.
last thing you want to do is turn it over.
Yeah. I think you try to get maybe, so if you can get 20 yards, you could take a shot at the end zone, right?
Yeah.
So if you get 20 yards, call your timeout, and then take one shot at the end zone or maybe two.
They might just play it
Yeah.
safe here, though. Run Theodore up the middle. And we'll see if they take the timeout, but they might just let this go to halftime. It looks like that is how the Panthers will play it. So a strong second quarter from Sweet Home gives the Panthers an 8-point lead at the midway break. They lead North Tonawanda 14-6 thanks to 2 turnovers and 2 touchdowns here in the second quarter. We'll take a halftime break as well. We'll come back with some thoughts from Francis before the start of the third quarter. And then we'll have second half action between Sweet Home and North Tonawanda. So stay tuned right here on WNY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today. And we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Welcome back to WNY Athletics. Halftime here at Sweet Home High School. We're live for today's Section 6 high school football action, a Class A North matchup between the Panthers and the North Tonawanda Lumberjacks. Sweet Home leading 14-6 at the midway break as it's homecoming weekend here at Sweet Home. They are currently honoring some Hall of Fame inductees for Sweet Home High School. And just giving you a quick recap of the game so far. First quarter was all North Tonawanda. They got the opening kickoff, and the offense held the ball the entire first 12 minutes. And then as the clock hit 0, Dennis Johnson ran for a 3-yard touchdown to give the Lumberjacks a 6-0 lead. Couldn't get a 2-point conversion, so the lead stayed at just 6. Sweet Home opened up the second quarter with a successful drive of their own. That ended with a 13-yard touchdown pass from Jake Dunstan to Elijah Crawford. They did not get a successful 2-point conversion either, so the game stayed tied at 6. North Tonawanda coughed up the ball on their next possession. Sam Heim fumbled around midfield. Sweet Home took over in NT territory, and Crawford found the end zone for a second time this afternoon on that drive with a 16-yard rush. The Panthers added to their lead with a successful 2-point conversion on that play, or following that touchdown, I should say. So that gives us the 14-6 lead. 2 late turnovers as well. Dunstan was intercepted by Justin Van Volkenberg of North Tonawanda late in the first half. And then North Tonawanda gave it right back to Sweet Home as Jordan Theodore intercepted Nash Rieselman. So that has us at the 14-6 halftime score here at Sweet Home. We'll be coming back in just a minute. Just going to get some more messages in from our friends and sponsors. Second half coming up soon between Sweet Home and North Tonawanda, so stay tuned here on WNY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today. And we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYimmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
something's going to start.
Let's do it now.
All right, yeah, let's do it now. Tim wants to do it now, so let's grab her, get her ready, and we'll come back from break, and I'll throw it down to you guys.
I'll grab her when she's off the phone.
All right, so once you have her, we'll get into 1 30-second break, so you'll have to wait 30 seconds. Halftime here at Sweet Home, and it's homecoming week as well for the Panthers. So while we've got a few minutes in the break, we're going to go down to the field with our own Francis Beck, who is with Sweet Home Athletic Director Marissa Doria. Francis, we're going to head over to you right now. Why don't you tell us what's going on with Sweet Home's AD and homecoming weekend?
All right, we're back at Sweet Home High School. Halftime here. Sweet Home leads North Tonawanda 14-6. I'm with Athletic Director Melissa Daria. Melissa, last season was probably the toughest you've ever had in your athletic career experience. What does it mean this year to be back, things kind of being normal?
It's huge. It's really important for our students here, in our community to be able to have events like this. It was great that we did get to have a football season last year, but there's just nothing like homecoming weekend.
All right, we're at the football game, but what are some other teams that are really impressing in this fall season for Sweet Home?
We're off to a great start. Our boys soccer team has only had one loss. They're sitting atop ECIC. Our boys volleyball team as well, first place in ECICs with only one loss, and our girls volleyball team is currently undefeated. They're ranked 3rd in Western New York. So, we're having some great starts to the season. It's exciting. I'm really proud of our kids.
Final question. Do you have a prediction for the final score?
I'll take the Panthers by 21. I think this second half is going to really explode here. The first quarter was a little slow, only with the one possession, so I think, we're going to come out here with something to prove.
All right, thank you, Melissa. All right, Marissa.
Thanks.
Great job.
So that'll do it down on the field with Francis. Got a few minutes left in halftime, about 3.5 until we're ready for the third quarter between Sweet Home and North Tonawanda. We'll take another quick break, but stay tuned. Second half action coming up. It's a tight one. Panthers leading the Lumberjacks 14-6 here on WNY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do. Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Welcome back to WMY Athletics. We're just about ready for the start of the third quarter between Sweet Home and North Tonawanda here at Sweet Home High School. Big Class A North matchup between the Panthers and the Lumberjacks. John Simon, Tim Chief are bringing you the call. And Tim, it was not a strange first quarter, but a different one per se. North Tonawanda holds the ball for the entire first frame, takes an early lead, but then Panthers take momentum in the second quarter and now ahead by 8 as we start the third quarter.
Yeah, it was almost like two different football games, both quarters, right? I mean, the first quarter obviously very strange, because there was one possession. No, I mean maybe one pass.
Yeah,
I think it was all runs.
Right.
And then the second quarter, it's almost like a flag football game where they're throwing it all over the field, interception all over the field, fumbles. I mean, it was crazy. It was wild. But I think when you go into the locker room, I think both teams probably not too upset.
No.
Because it's a one-score game. You stop the turnovers from either standpoint, and you're probably in the lead or controlling it. I think Sweet Home had to put that first quarter in the past, and I think they did that well. And North Tonawanda, has to stop the mistakes. But you're right. It's a one-score game. I think you're pleasantly happy if you're both teams right now, which is kind of a weird, strange dynamic to be in, right?
So North Tonawanda kicking off to Sweet Home to start the second half here. And it looks like that is Fleming on the return. He's brought down just around the 25. And this is a big chance for Sweet Home, Tim. They are taking the field on offense for the first time here in the second half. An opportunity to take a 2-score lead, and that's huge in this game, as neither team so far has been able to create a lot of separation.
Right. I think if you're really just talking about the game itself, and if you're being completely honest, I think Sweet Home probably they're more deep, they're probably more athletic. So if you're North Tonawanda, you just got to try to stay in it as long as you can and try to capitalize late. And if you're Sweet Home, you got to try to blow it open as soon as you can and put them out of reach.
And we're going to get a pitch to Theodore on 1st and 10. As you said, flag is in the backfield, but now we might get one here on North Tonawanda as well. No, it looks like they'll hold it, but
I think he had an illegal shift on the running back from Sweet Home.
Yeah, Theodore moved a little bit before the ball was snapped. So I'll bring them back. That's another thing the Panthers got to avoid here in the second half is penalties. That'll definitely shoot them in the foot if they decide to take a few of those here in the second half.
Yeah, I think, if I'm the Sweet Home coaching staff, I'm trying to get the ball to Elijah Crawford as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
He's the athlete. And on the other hand, if I'm North Tonawanda, I'm getting the ball in Dennis Johnson's hand.
Right.
So that is the two athletes. That is their two go-to guys. Let's see which one can come out on top.
Sweet Home's got 4 wide here with Theodore just to the right of Dunstan. And there's Crawford on the handoff. Makes a nice move to get past a few defenders and almost gets a first down. Nice run of about 12 yards there for Elijah Crawford. 2 touchdowns in the first half, 1 through the air, 1 on the ground. And he makes a nice play to give Sweet Home some momentum here in the third quarter.
Yeah, another great play, just getting your athlete the ball. I mean, he is really, really hard to bring down.
Yeah.
I mean, in the open field, I don't care if it's 1 defenders or 2 defenders, he's going right past them. Really, really special athlete.
6'1", 180. Moves fast out there, covers a lot of ground, and hard to defend in the passing game with that long
frame. He looks bigger
frame.
than that, too.
Yeah.
He doesn't, he looks like a big kid out there. And when he's moving that fast, he's even bigger, right?
Dunstan going to the air again. He's got Crawford open, and he connects. He's got nothing but green grass in front of him, and Crawford is going to go all the way for the score. Another Panthers touchdown, another one for Crawford, and it's 20-6 Sweet Home early here in the third.
Yeah, great play again by obviously Crawford. You got to give the senior quarterback some credit there, Dunstan. He waited just a half a second longer for Crawford to get past the defender. As soon as Crawford at him, Dunstan threw it up where only Crawford could get it. Crawford ran right underneath it. And boy, that kid could fly. There was no catching him. Great pass, great route, great play by Sweet Home.
67-yard touchdown pass from Dunston to Crawford. It's Crawford's third touchdown of the game, third touchdown of the season, second through the air. And now the Panthers set up to go for two. It's going to be a double handoff, but North Tonawanda reads it well. Whitehead brought down, so lead remains at 14 for Sweet Home. 20-6 Panthers on top.
It looks like he was going to throw that one there, John. Looks like it was a reverse that he was going to, that Whitehead was going to throw, but a good play by the defender for North Tonawanda stopping in the backfield.
So 20-6 Sweet Home lead. And that's a quick gut punch there, Tim. We talked about the Panthers having a chance to go up 2 scores with the ball at the start of the third quarter. Takes them just 90 seconds to get more on the board.
Yeah, and it got their athletes the ball. You know, it was 2 big plays, both by Crawford, and that's obviously what Sweet Home wants to do. So huge drive here for North Tonawanda. Okay, you come out and you give the ball right back to Sweet Home. This could blow open real quick and might get ugly. If you go back to what you did in the first quarter, take some time off the clock, run it down their throats, and get some points, you can stay in this game. So a crucial drive here.
And you talk about storylines. Senior receiver Elijah Crawford comes into today with no touchdowns on the season, just 7 catches for about 90 yards. He's got 2 reception touchdowns today, that last one of 67 yards, a rushing touchdown as well. So 3 touchdowns on the day for the senior. And he's got Sweet Home ahead by 2 scores. Van Volkenberg on the return here for NT. Not exactly a short kick. He gives them a nice return here, Tim. Takes this one almost to the 45.
Yeah, nice job there by number 21, Justin Van Valkenburg, giving them some good field position. But like I said, crucial drive here for North Tonawanda. Can't go 3 and out, can't turn the ball over. That could be devastating and maybe even game-ending. So I look to give them the ball to Johnson, run some clock, run it down their throat, go back to what they did in the first quarter, and it looks like that's what they're doing to three in the backfield.
Yeah, North Tonawanda just ever since that opening drive has just kept taking step backwards, I should say, as there's Johnson on the run, able to go up the middle for about 5, and he's been their best guy today. Heim had a good start, but ever since that fumble in the second quarter, he hasn't been the same, Tim. Johnson's been the guy that they've had to rely on all afternoon, and maybe it's time that as good as he's been and as reliable as he is, maybe you have to open things up, start looking at other guys if you're the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, I think so too, and you got to try to get everyone involved, but most importantly, no turnovers.
Yeah,
can't
that's
turn
the
ball
big
over.
thing.
The Sweet Home offense is way too powerful to give them the ball back for freebies, so got to control the clock, be smart, and then let your linemen do the work.
North Tonawanda coughed the ball up twice in the second quarter, once a fumble and once an interception. It led to a Sweet Home touchdown, and then the second one led to Sweet Home just running out the clock into halftime. But North Tonawanda quickly looking at a third down situation now. It is a manageable one, 3 yards. They need to get a first right at midfield. And this is tough now, Tim. Sun right in the North Tonawanda offense's eyes here as well.
Yeah, sun in their eyes, and when we were outside before the game, we both said it's going to be tough throwing from the right to the left.
Yeah, and that wind's still blowing.
Yeah.
Can see the trees around the perimeter of Sweet Home's gorgeous athletic complex here, but yeah, you can see the wind is moving. Rieselman with 3 backs behind him, going to hand it off to Heim. No, he's going to keep it, and he's got room to run. Rieselman fooled us and the Panther defense all the way down to the 15. He's tackled there, but what a call by North Tonawanda, and Rieselman with the biggest run of the day. That's the Lumberjacks into the red zone for the first time in a very long while.
But a great play by the quarterback there, because it was an option to the dive running back if the hole was there, or keep it himself. Did a great job because the Sweet Home linebackers all collapsed on the running back. He held it himself, and he had a huge hole to the right side. Great pickup by the quarterback.
And that's a great look, because I was expecting them to just go for the short yardage.
Yeah,
we want to pick up the first down. That's it. Just keep this going. But no, they found the big hole, and now Rieselman's got them close to the end zone. This time he gives it to Woolston. Spins ahead for a short gain.
Yeah, could have been about a 5-yard loss. Actually, a nice spin move there to actually get a couple of yards and not go backwards. But you mentioned a couple of minutes ago, John, about getting other people involved. And that's what they're doing here. They got the quarterback involved in a nice run. They had number 2 there, Willison on a reverse there. So they're trying to get other people involved, not just Johnson. So basically, so Sweet Home can't just key in on Johnson, basically.
Right. So that was a gain of 2 there for Aiden Woolston. Johnson now in the backfield behind Rieselman. He's got Heim out to his right, along with Van Volkenberg at receiver. Going to hand it off to Johnson. He tries to go up the middle, but is met by a pack of Panthers, and that play will get whistled down as the entire defense converged in there.
I think Johnson thought he saw a hole there on the right when he cut back to his right, but the Sweet Home defensive linemen do a really nice job of closing the hole there.
And once again, Tim, this North Tonawanda offense, in the blink of an eye, just
right.
taking time off the clock. 3.5 minutes they've already been on this current drive. I mean, they've just done one of the good things one of the things that's gone well for them, I should say. I'm getting my words twisted up, but one of the things that's gone well for North Tonawanda is they have controlled possession very well today. And if they didn't turn the ball over twice, who knows how much better it would have been.
And you can do that when you're within striking distance, right? When it's a 1-score, 2-score at the most. If it's more than that, though, time becomes your enemy.
Rieselman keeping it there on another fake to Heim, but Koloko able to bring him down, and that'll bring up a 4th down. And North Tonawanda was very solid on 4th down conversions in the first half, Tim. We saw them do it a few times, and this one is going to be a crucial one as they're already down 2 scores, and they want to make this drive worth it.
Yeah, you're in a tough position. Again, I don't mean to keep saying it, but again, you don't have a kicker, so it's very obvious what you're going to do as far as keeping your offense on the field. Big play here for the North Tonawanda offense.
So it's 4th and 4 from the Sweet Home 9. Lumberjacks need to keep this drive going. Down 14, and it looks like they might have gotten the jump they needed.
That will anger the Sweet Home's coaching staff. That is a throw your clipboard down. Oh, they got on North Tonawanda.
And that's a tough break for the Lumberjacks. I was just about to say, Tim, Sweet Home, a team that if they take some flags, get into their heads a little bit, that might be a break for NT. That could be a way for them to get back into this game. But if they're moving back here on 4th down, that's nothing good for the visitors.
Yeah, and that's got to be frustrating because as the offensive player, you are going to go on a hard count here because you want the free couple of yards. When someone jumps on that is frustrating. That's got to be tough. So look at the ball at Johnson here in the open field. They're on the far side, and Johnson's by himself with all that field on the left.
Rieselman will look to throw. Gets rid of it, and he's intercepted.
He's gone.
And I believe that's Theodore on the pick.
Exactly.
He gets past the 40, now across midfield. Heim brings him down. But Jordan Theodore with the interception, his second. And that is just more momentum on the side of Sweet Home. The Panthers just rolling here in the second half.
Yeah, that was that was tough. You gotta give the Sweet Home defender Jordan Theodore some credit. They knew they were going to Johnson there, and that's the only receiver that the quarterback looked at. Theodore just watched the quarterback's eyes the entire time and jumped on the pass as soon as he threw it. Great job by by number 8, Jordan Theodore, for his second interception of the game.
Second interception of the game, as you said, for Theodore. 3rd turnover forced by Sweet Home. And now they're set up 1st and 10 at the NT 44. And that one, not much of a gain there on that run for Nate Moody.
Yeah, nice stop there by Dylan Froelich. Stayed home there as the defensive tackle, and the offensive player ran right into him. Good job there.
Loss of a couple yards Make it 2nd and 13 for Sweet Home. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Panthers looking to improve their overall record to 4-1 and get their league tally up to 3-1. Quick timeout here as Moody's cleats untied. Moody is senior defensive back and running back for Sweet Home. Now they're in that Big Bird formation. And that's going to be a handoff to Theodore. He's got a nice hole and some room to run. Out across the 25 and brought down at the 20. Jordan Theodore making big sides of the ball. Sweet Home back in the NT red zone here, Tim.
Yeah, so nice movement there. Changing up the offense, going to that wing formation. I think you called it but a lot of misdirection on that. And if you're not used to playing against that, that can get really confusing. But a nice fake by the quarterback and then an inside handoff to Theodore, who made a huge game there. And they're sticking with this offense here.
So they're at the 20. Big Bird again, handoff here to Harris. And he's going up the middle, might take it all the way. Tackled just short of the goal line. Big run there by Jared Harris. Sweet Home showing off their running back arsenal. Another guy getting a big carry for the Panthers.
If there's one guy that deserves a touchdown, it's Jared Harris. The way he's played defensively today, get him 6. That would be a nice touchdown for the kid who's been all over the place defensively.
Panthers knocking on the door of the end zone once again, looking to go up 3 scores in this one. Dunstan hands it off. Harris plows his way through the middle and gets through with ease for another Panther score. 26-6. Sweet Home now on top. Another rushing score. 2nd rushing touchdown of the game for Sweet Home. 1st for Harris.
Yeah, so Sweet Home again taking advantage of another turnover. North Tonawanda had a really nice drive going, and unfortunately, a pass that Rieselman kind of forced to try to force to Johnson. Huge turnover, and Sweet Home took full advantage of it.
Now extra point attempt is up, and that one is knocked through. So a nice kick there for Tijeri, and that extends the lead to 27-6 Sweet Home. Breaking the action here, we're going to go down to our own Francis Beck. Francis, what do you got for us down on the field?
Well, after hit to Elijah Crawford, you could tell Jake Dunstan was beaming. He had the crowd going. JD3, his nickname, he is absolutely beaming. And momentum on that last drive after the pick from Door. This Sweet Home sideline is jumping for joy right now. John, Tim, back to you.
Thank you, Francis. So, Tim, as he said, momentum shift completely towards Sweet Home in this one. The homecoming crowd is energized. And that last turnover, another one by North Tonawanda. Sweet Home takes advantage of it, and that's just good football. We talked about it at the top of the game, at the top of the broadcast. Sweet Home coaches were looking for a big bounce back after getting crushed, shut out against Lockport, and this is as good of a response as you're going to get from this team today.
Yeah, I can't say enough about number 8, Jordan Theodore, for Sweet Home. He dropped one earlier. 2 plays later, got another interception. But that play, the quarterback for North Tonawanda was zeroed in on Johnson, and Theodore watched his eyes the entire time, jumped the pass. And I got to tell you, John, as good of a player as Theodore is, he's even a better kid. I worked a football camp this year where he got the character award of the entire camp. Kid's a great kid, loves football, loves being out there, loves his teammates, and he's having a heck of a game with 2 interceptions already, and then a long run on the offensive side too.
Yeah, Theodore, one of Sweet Home's top running backs, today hasn't found the end zone, but like Tim said, 2 interceptions, big run there to set up the score for Jared Harris. That's Harris's first rushing touchdown of the year. And Sweet Home just completely rolling right now. Just looking at some of your game stats. Total yards, at least passing, 143 for Sweet Home, 102 for North Tonawanda. Just Sweet Home's offense having a great bounce back day today.
They have some firepower, that's for sure. I'm really curious what happened last week because, to put up a goose egg against a pretty good Lockport team, but not one of the stronger Lockport teams that they've had in the past. I don't know if just one of those days, I guess, probably, right? I mean, I wasn't here, I didn't see it, but I'm surprised that with the firepower that Sweet Home has, that anybody can, hold them to a goose egg,
And now it's just about finishing this game off. Sweet Home, I said before, I'll say it again, always a talented group, but sometimes it's the mental portion of the game that they have to hurdle over to get victories and have success. Yeah. And today would be a huge win for them. Like we said, homecoming crowd looking to bounce back from the Lockport loss, looking to get to 4-1, move up in the divisional standings as well. And they just got about a quarter and some change left here. Just got to hold on and continue to stand tall against this North Tonawanda offense, which, like I said, continuing to just slip further and further away from the form that they had in the first quarter when everything was going right.
And as far as Sweet Home goes, it was huge and so important to put that game in the past from last week. You had to move past it. You couldn't let that roll into this week and then to the crucial weeks coming up. So, to me, it looks like that game is long gone. They have moved past it, and they are ready to go full-blown into the playoffs.
3rd and 7 coming up here for North Tonawanda, nearing 2 minutes to play in quarter number 3. Lumberjacks seeing this game slip away by the snap as Rieselman able to complete that one to Woolston, and he gets spun around as he's knocked to the turf. They'll bring up 4th and short. And I don't think North Tonawanda is going to punt this, Tim, but, I mean, they're also in danger of really letting Sweet Home put it away before the 4th quarter. This is a tough spot if you're the North Tonawanda coaching staff.
I would expect maybe a hard count, try to get the freebie.
Yeah, they've gotten that a couple of times today. The Sweet Home defense has bitten, but if you're North Tonawanda, you can't have a lot of faith in your defense. Yes, they forced one turnover today, but it was kind of just an underthrown ball by Dunston. It was gifted to them. And then their only other real stop was when Sweet Home ran out the clock at the end of the second quarter. It looks like they might have gotten it there, Rieselman keeping it.
Yeah, I don't think you can punt there because you're essentially giving up at that point, right? You're essentially giving up. So you got to keep fighting. You got to keep going, and there's a lot of pride in these kids, too. Some of these kids are seniors, and it's not been the greatest year for North Tonawanda. I'm sure they'll admit that. But it's all about pride and character and seeing, you're playing with your friends. You just want to be successful. You want to do the best you can. You ain't going to quit, that's for sure. This team isn't going to quit.
So 1st and 10, they're at the Sweet Home, or at their own 31, North Tonawanda is. Nearing a minute to play in the quarter. Rieselman going to keep it. Now he pitches it to Johnson, but the ball's loose. Looks like he was able to fall on and keep possession with North Tonawanda. That's a loss of about 4 or 5 on that botched run attempt.
Yeah, the pitch was a little bit behind Johnson. Probably could have handled it, but, the pitch was behind him. Luckily, they were able to save that from disaster.
So 2nd and 14, it looks like. Final 20 seconds now of the quarter. This should be the last play before the final frame. Rieselman going to fake the handoff, and we got a flag just after the ball is snapped.
Usually that's an illegal shift or some movement.
And that's another penalty against NT. Penalties, I think, have been 50-50 so far today. Not too many on either side, at least nothing egregious, but seems like the teams have taken them at the wrong time. Sweet Home defense taking them on 4th downs. The North Tonawanda offense taking one on their 4th and short, which backed them up. Here they take it when they're playing from behind and need every yard they can get. So penalties not the main story, but
even on the last drive before the interception, it was 4th and 1.
Yeah.
And NT jumped, turned it into a 4th and 7 where they had to try to force it in the end zone. It's a huge difference.
Yeah, they just come at inconvenient times today. So that runs out the clock on the 3rd quarter. We'll go to the 4th. Sweet Home on top of NT, 27-6. Panthers look to close this thing out. We'll take a quick break and be right back for the 4th quarter on Western New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
Welcome back to WNY Athletics. Start of the fourth quarter, we go down to Francis Beck. Francis, what do you got on the field for us?
You know, anyone at halftime, Sweet Home honored its new class, new inductees of their Athletic Hall of Famers. And I imagine any of them who were around during the mid-2000s were happy to see that last offensive drive from the Sweet Home Panthers. They were showing off their old Big Burn set, very popular back in the John Fowler area. I'm sure he's looking down with a big smile right now in this game. John, Tim, back to you.
Thanks, Francis. Francis also, of course, talking about longtime Sweet Home football head coach John Fowler. Passed away a few years ago. Led Sweet Home to 2 state titles in 2008 and 2009. And Panthers in a little bit of a resurgence. They had a few down years after Fowler retired at the end of the 2016 or 2017 season, but they were competitive last year. They're on the cusp of a 4-1 start this year and looking to close out this fourth quarter against NT and get this homecoming weekend victory. And that's another negative run for the Lumberjacks. And this will bring up 4th and long. And I think this will bring out the punt team, Tim.
I think you're forced to do it this
time.
time.
Yeah, it's not necessarily waving the white flag, but it's also just a very bad decision no matter where you're at in the game, no matter what the score is, to go for it on 4th down in this part of the field.
They try to play, during Francis's interview, they try to hit Johnson on a reverse pass.
Yeah.
And it was a great play by Ayo Agabula for Sweet Home to bust the play up in the backfield.
Moody going to receive this punt from the 45 of North Tonawanda. Flag gets thrown as he runs this inside the 25, able to spin by a few defenders inside the 20. But this might be coming back, Tim, as there's a flag around by the 40.
Usually in the area of a block in the back or a hold, so it should be coming back.
And that actually might not be the worst thing for the Panthers. Gives them more field to work with, and they can run more time off the clock.
Exactly.
Because with the way that this offense has played today, there's a good chance that they end this drive in the end zone again with how well they've gotten things going this afternoon. Only 2 times the Panthers haven't scored today was when Dunston was intercepted back in the second quarter and then when they ran the clock out into halftime. Other than that, the Panthers have found the end zone at the end of every possession. And here they'll get the ball again just on their side of midfield after the penalty on the punt return. But Sweet Home with 27 points today, Tim, just one off from a season high. They scored 28 week 1 against Amherst in a 28-21 victory. But since then, they haven't been able to break – or no, they scored 24, week 2. But last 2 weeks, they haven't been able to break 20. Last week, they were shut out. This week, huge bounce back for the team, but specifically the offense, is not only have they scored points, but they've executed. They've taken advantage of those NT turnovers and made
Right.
NT pay for them.
And getting everybody involved.
Yeah,
I mean, they are,
that's a big
they are
thing.
spreading the ball around, getting it to their athletes in open space. The first 3 quarters, was the Elijah Crawford show, who I was shocked you told me didn't even have a touchdown going into this game.
Yeah.
I would have thought he would have the leader,
Yeah.
just not looking at the stats. But they have some talent on this team. If they can, distribute like this the rest of the season, they're gonna be a tough out in the playoffs for sure.
And here's Crawford again, able to avoid the first tackler. Now he's in some trouble. He's got to use his legs, able to go back to the other side, and he's got some room to run now.
My.
Past the 40. Now the 30 gets a huge block from Koloko, and he takes it all the way. Crawford, number 4 on the day. It's going to go down as a 45-yard run, but
Flag.
Tim, that was like
no.
70.
There's a flag.
And there's a flag on the field that's going to probably bring this back, but what a highlight reel play for Elijah Crawford.
That might have been it didn't count, but might have been the best run I've seen in a couple of years. It looks like he's a little shaken up, too, unfortunately.
There's
holding his groin.
some Sweet Home fans who've been around for a while might remember a former player, Jordan Johnson. He was a wide receiver and then quarterback. As Crawford is down on the field by the end zone, trainer's going to go out to look at him. But Johnson, when his 2 years playing quarterback at Sweet Home, his junior, senior year, he made plays like that all the time. He would run backwards 10 yards, avoid 4 tackles, and turn it into a gain somehow.
It's Michael Vick-esque,
yeah.
right? I mean, or
Lamar
Jackson these days.
He went on to play at UB. He was in training camp with the Bills for a year. I mean, he was one of the incredible athletes that Sweet Home has. They have him every year. Crawford, one of them. But I was just going to say before that touchdown run, yes, he's got 3 touchdowns today. He almost had 4 right there. But that just shows you how balanced Sweet Home's offense is, because it doesn't feel like it's been the Elijah Crawford show.
Right.
Like it's been one of the quietest 3 touchdown days that I can remember.
Yeah.
That just shows you just kind of how much talent they have on this offense and how many guys can catch your eye.
I mean, that was a run you see in touch football when you're a kid in the street by the fastest kid on the street, But how about the block downfield?
Yeah, Momo
Holy
Koloko
cow.
playing a
that
big
was
one.
Crazy. I mean, I don't think I've ever talked about a play that didn't count so much in my life, but that was incredible. Now he's shaking up on the sideline in front of us. So let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, he's laying down. The trainers will look at him. Hope Crawford's all right, because if he can continue to have games like this down the stretch for the Panthers, he's a huge weapon.
He is a special athlete, and that play right there to cut it all. He's probably just exhausted. You think he ran a mile there? I mean, to cut it all the way backfield, it was a reverse coming the first way towards us. I mean, that was incredible.
So the Panthers, after all that, have it 2nd and 10 at the 50. Dunston still in the game. Scott Fleming in motion. Looks to throw. Has time, and now he'll just throw it into the turf. Saw some pressure coming. Matt Willard was there for North Tonawanda.
I think he's going to get him for grounding. I think they're trying to set up a screen there to Theodore. The quarterback didn't like the way it looked. Tried to just ground it, but a little different in high school than it is in the NFL. You can't just throw it at the feet.
And Sweet Home head coach Jeremy Zimmer, along with Jake Dunston, pleading their case on that grounding call. The coaching staff visibly not happy with the official's choice there. And this is really going to back Sweet Home up. They're all the way back at their own 38.
And then I think it's got the Sweet Home bench too.
Yeah, they're going to get a sideline warning. And that's the one thing we talked about, or one of the things we talked about, is we talked about a number of things, not one. But Sweet Home keeping their composure here, not getting in their own heads, just finishing the game strong. 9 minutes is a lot of time, for a 3-score game. North Tonawanda gets another turnover and a quick score. They're very much back in this thing. They got guys that can make big plays quick. Dennis Johnson, Sam Heim, Van Volkenberg.
Yeah, definitely not out of it. And like you said, with Sweet Home, got to keep your composure. They didn't love the call. That's okay. Just go back and make another play now.
Dunston throwing. That one completed to Koloko, who had a big block before, and now he's going to carry a few defenders with him all the way past the 45. This will bring up a very manageable 4th down for Sweet Home. But Momo Koloko with a nice catch and run there.
Yeah, listed at 6'1", 200. I mean, he's a big boy out there.
Yeah, that's how he was able to lay that big block a few plays ago on that Crawford run.
coaches probably didn't love him holding the ball out like kind of like a loaf of bread there.
Yeah.
But, man, that is a big kid with some speed and some talent. Great weapon to have.
Yeah, Sweet Home. Between him and Crawford, a lot of size on the outside. Even Fleming is not a small guy, 5'10", 185. And now we get a whistle here.
Yeah, and Jordan Theodore too. He's a thick kid too. He's not, he's not someone you would, if you walk next to him, you'd not say, oh, he's a small kid. He's thick. You could tell he's a strong kid.
Yeah, very talented Sweet Home offense. They pass the eye test too.
Yeah.
Like they just look like a solid group when you see them from afar.
Yep.
But on fourth down there, Dunstan's pass incomplete. Was looking for Stephen Butler, the sophomore receiver, and that'll bring the Jacks offense back out. So like we said, still good amount of time left, 8:11 on the clock. But NT going to have to make quick work here if they want to make things interesting here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and we kind of mentioned this in the first half, that if you do go down, more than 2 scores, the offense that they were running, that's tough to stay in. So you got to try to change it up a little bit, because I don't think you can go to the stick with a 3 running back offense, 1 receiver when you're down 3 scores.
Yeah, you're going to see Rieselman throw a little bit more here, I would think.
Opening up this one, what do you have to lose, right? I mean, go for it,
Just Sweet Home secondary going to have to stand tall here. A little bit of a miscue on the handoff, and that's not what you want to see if you're NT, Tim. Trying to find silver linings, I should say, in this game as we get into the portion where it might not be a winnable game, but you can still build off of some positives in the fourth quarter. But there, you got your starting quarterback and running back running into each other.
Yeah, definitely not. What you don't want that in the 5th game of the season in the fourth quarter. Those are plays that should happen in the first game. So those little things like that, they have to fix those real quick.
They end up getting a gain of about 1 yard on that play, though, so not all too bad for the Jacks. Rieselman fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. That play worked for a big gain earlier. That time it only goes for a few yards.
So I don't know if North Tonawanda is just letting people get some playing time, but I don't see Johnson on the field.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
And maybe there's getting some seniors in the game or something along those lines.
Yeah, because Johnson's over on the sideline. I see him. Van Volkenberg's over there as well.
He doesn't look to be injured, so I think it's just...
Yeah, just pulling some starters, letting some other guys get time. And North Tonawanda, so assuming those results stand, they'll drop to 1-4 on the year, 1-3 in A North. And things don't get easier for them for the last few weeks. They've got Kenmore West back at home on Friday, October 8th, as that run to the outside for Jared Fields is snuffed out quick by Sweet Home. But then they got McKinley as well, and then they wrap up the regular season at their non-league rivals, Tonawanda, on October 22nd.
Yeah, Kenmore West going to be a tough game for them, too. They're kind of having a back and roller coaster of a season. Kenmore West played Sweet Home earlier in the year, and Sweet Home won, but they had 2 blocked punts for touchdowns. So that's a pretty crazy way to win a game.
And then Sweet Home, the rest of their schedule, they'll be at McKinley next Saturday, October 9th at 2 o'clock. That'll be another big league game in A North as North Tonawanda calls a timeout. Then week 7, a huge non-league matchup for the Panthers is right here on their home turf. They will be hosting St. Joe's, and that's a big measuring stick for Sweet Home. I know St. Joe's is struggling a little bit this season. Coach Corona trying to figure some things out there with the Marauders, but that's going to be a good measuring stick game for the Panthers to see how they fare against the Catholic school team.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll be here. Yeah, we'll definitely be here.
Yeah, and like you said, St. Joe's not having a typical St. Joe's year, trying to get those things turned around there after the last couple of years. And interesting, you don't normally see the public school, private school game that late in the season.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different this year. But another chance, I think, for Sweet Home to get going on all cylinders, keep their offense rolling, and you want to get that confidence up as high as you can going into that playoff run.
I mean, McKinley, they're having an up and down season.
Yeah.
They're 3-1. They were playing Star Point next week, 1-1 in the league. Sweet Home and McKinley games are always entertaining. They're always back and forth, so that won't be an easy one for the Panthers. But if they can beat the Max and play a good game against St. Joe's, result doesn't matter in the league standings. But this Week 8 matchup for Sweet Home at Grand Island, that could be a big one. That could be for the top spot in the A North Division, as the Vikings are currently in first place.
I think it will be. I'm being perfectly honest. I think Sweet Home should take care of business against McKinley and against St. Joe's, which is kind of irrelevant. But that Grand Island team, they looked impressive last night. That's going to be a tough game for the Panthers.
Pass over the middle is bounced around and nearly intercepted. Hit the hands of Van Volkenberg and then nearly picked off by Dyer Fleming. But it lands incomplete, and that'll make it 4th down for North Town. Or actually, that was fourth down, excuse me.
Yeah.
So Sweet Home, they didn't even need the interception.
Yeah.
They get the turnover on downs there.
Probably was better off just to knock it down, to be honest. So what week is the Sweet Home Grand Island game, John?
Sweet Home Grand Island is Week 8, and it will be played at Grand Island.
That circle that game if anyone listening wants to see a great football game.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was at the Grand Island game last night, and that is two really well coached, really, really good football teams. That will be a fun game to watch.
Friday, October 22nd, 7 p.m. at Grand Island is Sweet Home calls a timeout. 5:59 to go here in the 4th quarter. Panthers looking to put a bow on this one. We'll take a quick break and be right back for more action here on Western New York Athletics.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYimmediatecare.com for more information.
Welcome back to WNY Athletics. 4th quarter here at Sweet Home. The Panthers hosting North Tonawanda. Sweet Home looking to close this one out as they lead late here, 27-6. Getting the ball back after the defense forced another turnover on downs. As we near the end of this Class A North matchup, Sweet Home hosting a homecoming crowd today, and they're going to go home happy, it seems. Panthers looking to bounce back today from a 41-0 loss to Lockport last week. 42-0. Not that it matters. They don't want to hear the score here. But they had a nice showing today. Big day for Elijah Crawford. 3 touchdowns, 2 through the air, 1 on the ground. And the Panthers now just 5 minutes and change away from improving to 4-1 on the air and staying in the playoff portion of that A North divisional race. Dunstan taking the snap, handing off to Coloco here on the reverse, and he's got some space to run. Down the sideline, Momo Coloco wrapped up and brought down around the 50. But he's just one of the many weapons in this Panther offense making big plays today.
Yeah, tough kid to bring down when he's running right at you. He's a strong receiver. But this week, they really do have some weapons. That would be a fun offense to play him.
Final 5 minutes here now. Sweet Home, as I said, just looking to finish this one strong. They last played North Tonawanda right here at Sweet Home High School back in 2018. However, the Lumberjacks won that matchup 20-17. I believe that 2018 season was the year that the Panthers went 0-8. Then they went 4-4 the next year, 3-2 last year. And now they're looking to improve to 4-1 this season. Dunstan going to the end zone on that throw just a little too far for Crawford. Was looking to get him touchdown number 4, was robbed of it earlier.
Yeah, right.
When he had that highlight reel run wiped out through a flag.
Sweet Home not taking the foot off the gas, as you would say. Still throwing down there at about 4 minutes left.
So 4.5 to play now. 2nd and 10 for Sweet Home, although we've got a whistle. And it's a North Tonawanda timeout. And we'll take a timeout as well. 4:37 to go. Stay tuned here as we wrap this one up. Sweet Home on top of NT here on WMY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care.
Welcome back to WMI Athletics. 4th quarter here at Sweet Home High School. Panthers hosting North Tonawanda in a Section 6 Class A North Division football matchup. Run here for Sweet Home's Nassim Ziegler as he's got some space to the right side. Cuts back to the middle, and he's going to take it all the way for the touchdown. Sweet Home piling it on here in the 4th quarter. They extend the lead to 33-6. And again, going very well for the Panthers here this afternoon.
This time, a beautiful cutback run that actually counted this time. Athletic play by number 34, Nassim Ziegler. I don't even remember mentioning him so far. This, not too often today, John. I mean, another athlete out there. I mean, he cut it back the whole length of the field for probably the longest 10-yard run in history.
And the extra point kick on the way, and that one's no good. Head off the upright, so it stays at 33-6, but the Panthers in full control of this, and they're 4.5 minutes away from improving to 4-1 on the season.
Yeah, the Sweet Home players starting to have some fun, getting the student body involved. It's homecoming weekend. You want to have a nice showing at homecoming, that's for sure. You're definitely going to have your biggest crowd, all the students showing up, and they are putting on a show for them today after a really rough first quarter where their offense didn't even see the field, ending with a North Tonawanda touchdown. It has been all Sweet Home Panthers since that point.
And Nassim Ziegler, that's his first touchdown of the season.
What year is he, John?
He's a senior.
That's
3rd rushing score of the day for the Panthers. Ziegler also the 3rd different rusher to score for the Panthers, joining Harris and Crawford. But, you mentioned we haven't called Ziegler's name a lot today. That's because he's like the 4th string running back or the 5th guy that they use in their rotation. But all of them have made an impact.
And he can do that. I mean, your 3rd or 4th running back can cut it back off field, breaking about 5-6 tackles. That's impressive. I mean, that is a problem you would love to have if you are a coach. Let me tell you, that is fantastic. And I am really impressed with some of these athletes for Sweet Home. They can move. I mean, that is an impressive offense, and they're really rolling today.
Sweet Home kicking off here. Van Volkenberg returning this around the 30 of North Tonawanda, and he's going to get a nice return, gets out almost to midfield. So Jack's offense coming back out, and like I said earlier, Tim, just looking to work some things out, find some positives here in the late stages.
Yeah, another nice run back by Van Valkenburg. It's the 2nd one of the day, or 3rd even. That's some couple good runs. But yeah, you're right. You just you want to try to go out on a positive. I think they're bringing in a different quarterback here. Looks like no, I'm mistaken. I apologize. Same quarterback, but you want to try to find some silver linings, try to get some momentum. No, there is a different quarterback. Number 8, it looks like.
That's Andrew Kosikowski.
Yeah.
And North Tonawanda gets a nice run there. As we near 4 minutes to play.
You got to give a lot of credit to the leadership of Sweet Home. After just a horrible first quarter, they couldn't get off the field.
Not even horrible, though. Like, they really didn't do anything wrong. They just couldn't stop North
couldn't
Tonawanda
stop
run.
them, right? Right, but completely flipped the game. I mean, just totally flipped the game the next 3 quarters. You know, coming off a 41-0 loss, and then a first quarter where you didn't see the field, and North Tonawanda goes down and scores. You know, you really could have hung their heads. But a lot of good leadership from some seniors, from the coaching staff. Kept it upbeat, kept it going, got the crowd back in the game with some big plays, and they have not looked back since.
And there was a penalty called against Sweet Home. So North Tonawanda going to move up inside the Panther 40 now. So we're now running the clock again inside. 4 minutes, 3:40 really to play. And North Tonawanda going to drop to 1-4. There's a run here. Kosikowski still trying to get forward. Now he's finally thrown down. North Tonawanda fight until the very end here, despite a very disappointing second half.
Yeah, it's tough. There's not too much you can say. It's started out really well for them, and then just a couple mistakes with some turnovers, and
yeah,
that's we talked about in the first half. Not shooting yourself in the foot. They kept shooting. And it's just you can't overcome that when you don't have all the talent like you've had in other years. You have a very small team, very as far as in numbers. Mistakes are crucial. They're like double when you don't have the talent.
Kosikowski under center on second down, pitches this one out to Woolston, and he's hit hard but stays on his feet, and now he's brought down. Flag thrown as well, and Tim, are they going to call this targeting the head?
Yeah, I think they're going to call that. I'm not sure if that happened, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. From when I saw it live, it didn't look like it to me, but they got a better view than I do. So it looked like a hard hit that he just didn't wrap him up, but. I don't know, John. I didn't see. I don't know, but it's tough. It's tough for a defender sometimes. You're going as fast as you possibly can. Sometimes those things are going to happen, and
right.
I'm just glad no one got hurt. Really, that's most important.
So this will move North Tonawanda up considerably, up to almost the Sweet Home 25. And now Sweet Home jumps, and that'll advance the ball for the Jacks a little bit more. Actually, maybe it is against Sweet Home. And this is one of those things that I talk about. Just got to close the game strong, stay disciplined, and granted, there's probably some second, third string guys.
Yeah, you got a few players out there that are kind of anxious. They're just getting some time out there. They want to make a play, and I get that. Of course they do, but still got to be disciplined. Watch the ball. Go back to the basics.
Handoff here to Heim, and he's got nowhere to go. Sweet Home continuing to keep things tight on the defensive front. They've just shut down this North Tonawanda running game as we're inside 2 minutes to go.
How about that Ayo Agbula? That's a big kid down there, huh?
Yeah.
That kid can play. He's been in on a lot of defensive plays. I know we talked a lot about Jared Harris, but number 53, he's been in plenty of plays himself.
Yeah, Agbula listed at 6'2", 235 defensive lineman.
And he can move, too.
Yeah.
He can move.
Panthers got a lot of big guys up front. That's something they've improved in the last few years, is putting size on both of their lines. 2nd and 5 here. They pitch that one out to Woolston. He'll look to throw it, but that one out of bounds. So North Tonawanda pulling out their bag of tricks in the late stages of this one.
He actually was open. He was just underthrown quite a bit. It would have worked if had it thrown it to the end zone. So North Tonawanda just trying to, like you said, John, find some silver lining here to end the game here, trying to punch it in the end zone. They haven't done it since the very first drive.
Kosikowski going to run it forward, it looks like. That was a weird start to the play. And the whistle finally blows the play dead. And that'll take us inside a minute. So like I said, Sweet Home will improve to 4-1 overall, 3-1 in the A North Division. North Tonawanda going to drop to 1-4 and 1-3 in the league. Sweet Home will travel to All High to face McKinley next week, while North Tonawanda will go back home to host Kenmore West. Final 30 seconds of this one here now. Kosikowski under center for what should be the final snap, as the Sweet Home student section celebrating this homecoming weekend victory. That pitch to Woolston goes behind him. He'll fall on it, and that'll be a fitting end to what was a big afternoon for Sweet Home and a disappointing one for North Tonawanda. But the Panthers score 33 straight points in this one to take a decisive victory and bounce back from a loss to Lockport last week, improving their record to 4-1 on the year and keeping themselves very much in the thick of the Class A North playoff race in Section 6. We'll take a quick break, get some commercials in from our sponsors, and be right back for a post-game wrap-up with myself, Tim Chifa, and Francis Beck. So stay tuned here on WNY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
Here, don't point to him. Welcome back to WNYathletics.com. Wrap up here at Sweet Home High School. 33-6, Sweet Home defeats North Tonawanda. We're going to go down to the field now with Francis Beck and Sweet Home quarterback Jake Dunston for some post-game interviews. Francis, what do you got for us with Jake?
Home High School.
This is what I'm talking about.
Dunston, 2 touchdown passes as Sweet Home gets the victory on homecoming weekend. How did that factor in your preparation for this game?
Huge. We talk about adversity, fighting through negative, and just trying to fight. And we really kind of did that out there today. Just stayed positive and worked hard all week long. And it's just about staying up. Can't get too high, can't get too low.
Alrighty. Really took over the game in a second. What went right for you guys?
On my line, last week we were missing.
Hey guys, good luck.
Have a good game.
front. What do you guys need to do the rest of the way in order to secure a spot in the season?
Not at all.
John, Tim, back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Francis. So that is a wrap-up for today's game. 33-6, Sweet Home defeats North Tonawanda in the Panthers' homecoming weekend game. And Tim, like you said, it was the Elijah Crawford show in a way. 3 touchdowns total for the Panthers receiver. But really, it was an all-around effort from the offense that led to the Panthers' decisive victory this afternoon.
Yeah, I can't say enough about the Sweet Home offense, and the defense also. They holding North Tonawanda to only one score, one drive really. Outside of one drive, North Tonawanda barely moved the ball. Hats off to Sweet Home. Great homecoming game for them. They're going to have a fun night tonight. Probably have some fun with their students. I look forward to seeing what Sweet Home can do in the playoffs.
So their push for the postseason will continue next week. They're at McKinley at All High Stadium for a Week 6 matchup with the Max. North Tonawanda will go back home to face Kenmore West, and they'll just look to salvage their season as they're currently at 1-4 and 1-3 in the league. But that'll do it for us here this afternoon. Again, Sweet Home knocks off North Tonawanda 33-6. Big thanks to everyone who tuned in today. Big thanks to our crew as well. Tim Gardner, our producer. Francis out on the sideline. For Tim Chief, I'm John Simon. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time for more high school sports action here on WNY Athletics.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Being home.